What is up everyone, I am Demon Cringe, and today I got a pretty awesome piece of news for you guys and gals. Now, this is actually a few days old, but it's about Gumball, so yeah, I'm obviously gonna be covering it. And of course, the awesome news is that Gumball might actually be getting new seasons down the line. Yes, everyone, specifically the article is basically about a journalist that wrote a blog post, you know, where they said basically, oh, Gumball is over and all that stuff, and now they're basically you know, correcting themselves and all that. So let's begin. So it says the journalist wrote a blog post regarding the special batch screening in London for Cartoon Network UK's 25th anniversary. However, there is one thing that they need to address. In the blog post, they actually wrote in the fact that Gumball is in its quote-unquote final season, 6th and final season, yeah? And more clarification is needed about this. Now, of course, I really don't know how many people actually saw this, but I did see a few, you know, actually talking about this. They were, you know, thinking like, oh my god, Gumball is finally ending and all that stuff. Yeah, that actually kind of misled a few people and all that. It continues with, as it stands, production has ended at the end of Season 6, as confirmed by several members of the Gumball production crew, including the show's creator Ben Bukale, who even retweeted the blog post in a question which basically reaffirms what I've said. Even when speaking to the director Mike Graves, I asked him a few questions about Gumball. At the end of the screening, he admitted that the show was ending, and the convention I said, quote, it's said that Gumball is ending. He replied, quote, at least there's always the movie. Then of course they talked about Adventure Time as an example of a show with everlasting appeal, which also applies to Gumball, and yes, that is 100% true. Even mentioning a Cartoon Network themed attraction in the Middle East, which was announced that week, both Adventure Time and Gumball sections open in 2019, and then talked about possibly a Gumball movie and also the new show Elliot from Earth. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this has actually been a lesson to the journalists about not jumping the gun until you have like full confirmation that the you know, show or thing in production has basically ended. However, this morning I received a phone call from Turner Northern Europe's press office in London about this particular statement on the blog post. Turner said that the show hasn't technically ended, as in management can confirm that season 6 is the final season, and there's still a possibility of more seasons in the future. Some members of the Gumball production team are now currently focusing on a new show, Elliot from Earth, so from a corporate standpoint, the door is still open and Gumball hasn't ended, but from a creative production, it is for now at least. This is the case for any show. Any show can come back into production. Obviously, there is no word of a season renewal for the show at the moment. And of course, at the end, he actually apologizes for this whole thing. He says, the aforementioned blog post has been amended to reflect this information. I apologize if I have misled anyone due to this, and I feel really bad about it. I'm as confused as you, but still, it's great to see that Gumball technically hasn't ended. And this thing right here, I'm really happy that they, you know, decided to take responsibility and you know, well, like, correct themselves and all that. I really wish gaming journalism was that honest, but you know, we can only hope. And I hope that this is a really valuable lesson to the journalists at hand. Like I said again, you know, don't jump the gun just because you heard it from this one guy and all that. Don't think that it's over, blah blah blah. You know, you should definitely wait until you have like full confirmation, like, yes, this is over now. I can basically just go out and say this is over now and all that. Because if you don't, then, yeah, you're gonna, you know, put in some misinformation out there. But, yeah, at least that you took responsibility, and of course that's a very commendable thing, you know, that's honest journalism and all that. Well, everyone, that's pretty much it. Like the article says, there really is no news of a season renewal at the moment, but when future news comes out, I will be covering it. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, press the little bell icon, and if you wish to support me in a different way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, I am Demon Cringe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.